And good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us this afternoon. It appears that Tropical Storm Idalia will have an impact here in Orange County. To discuss how we will move forward, discussing shelters, safety, track of the storm, and much more, we have the Director of the Office of Emergency Management with us, Chief Laura Lee Avery. We have Under Sheriff Mark Canty from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Scott Howitt from Orange County Public Schools is here, and Dr. Robert Karch from the Florida Department of Health in Orange County. We also have several of our commissioners here as well, and many of our department heads and others from our utility companies and more are here should there be additional questions regarding the storm. To begin things and to give us information is Mayor Jerry L. Demings. Mayor?
All right. Thank you, Dr. Williamson. Let me just say thank you to the media for being here this afternoon to help us share information with our community. Here we are again with the hurricane that is developing that will no doubt impact the Florida Peninsula. The good news is that at this point, we just finished up a briefing within the hour with the National Weather Service as well as our staff here within Orange County. It appears that Orange County will not take a direct hit, if you will, from the ensuing hurricane, but we have planned for the worst, but we certainly hope for the best. That planning process is a very intentional process where we bring all of our various departments together to make certain that we're ready. Today, what we want to do is provide information to our community about what we're doing here within Orange County so that our residents are as prepared as they possibly can be. Of course, with any tropical storm, they can change. And while we know a lot about what the experts are saying will happen with this storm, it could change. And our plan is one that is flexible, that we can make adjustments where needed. But I want to go over some of the things that we have decided today. I do remind our community that while Hurricane Idalia is developing, we still have people within our community who sadly are still recovering from Hurricane Ian from the last season. And so for those individuals, we know that this is a significant event for them. In terms of the forecast, we were talking with the National Weather Service not long ago, and essentially what they said to us is that this tropical storm is strengthening, and it is no doubt on a northward movement. At this point, however, it appears that Orange County will have minimal impact, but could be impacted. Orange County is not under the state's declared state of emergency by Governor DeSantis, but we have the option to make a decision whether or not we will go under a state of emergency here locally. And I'm going to take that up with some of our senior members of the county staff here immediately after this press event today. Just a short time ago, however, the National Weather Service held a briefing, and what they said to us is that we are likely going to anticipate 2 to 5 inches of rain from late Tuesday through Wednesday. Tropical wind gusts are also predicted with sustained winds of 25 to 35 miles an hour. There's also a possibility of tornadic activity because we will be on the eastern side of the storm. I want our community to know that we're ready. We will be opening shelters for persons with special needs. The shelters are planned to open tomorrow at 1 p.m. We have 2 locations for persons with special needs. One will be the Silver Star Recreation Center, the other the Goldenrod Recreation Center. And then we'll open 2 shelters for general members of the public. One would be at the Barnett Park Recreation Center, and the other, the South Econ Recreation Center. Sandbag distribution is well underway now within our community. Earlier today, we opened our sandbag distribution sites. They will be open between the hours of from now through 7 p.m. today, and then tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The 5 locations are West Orange Recreation Center, the Claricona Park, Horseman's Park, the Bithlow Community Park, the Meadowwoods Recreation Center, and the Downey Park. Orange County is providing 10 unfilled sandbags and direct residents to fill the bags themselves, although there will be some staff available to assist our residents. This is a self-service operation, and residents should bring their own shovel or trowel to fill the bags. Individuals with special needs who need sandbag assistance may call our 311 number, again, just 311, for additional information. A lot has been requested about our overall level of preparedness. The Orla Vista Park is one of those areas that has been talked about much in the press. On Saturday of this week, our Public Works Department took part in a debris cleanup for that particular community and West Side Manor neighborhoods. This was an event that was planned by Commissioner Michael Scott. Workers were able to collect 150 to 200 cubic yards of debris. We remain committed to making certain that we mitigate any potential for flooding in that area. I personally was on site, and I can tell you that our contractors are working diligently. We are much better off this year than we were this time last year. We have additional capacity, although the project is not complete. Work is continuing on the multi-million-dollar long-range project to prevent flooding from occurring in the Orla Vista area. The retention ponds will be deeper and able to receive more water as the storm is approaching. The capacity of the pump station is also being increased in that area. Some other steps that have been taken: the contractor is moving forward with the hurricane preparation procedures as we speak. That means they're anchoring all construction trailers down, the storage containers and loose materials also being put in place to protect from flying debris within the community. All vehicles and equipment are being moved at this time from the construction site. In terms of utilities, Orange County Utilities is monitoring the storm and has a comprehensive emergency management plan, and we have personnel in place in our water and wastewater facilities to provide essential services to residents during severe weather. We have suspended the disconnect for customers of Orange County Utilities until further notice. This includes taking precautions regarding the delivery of safe and reliable tap water, which is an important resource for hurricane preparedness and recovery. In addition, we are saying to everyone storing tap water in sanitized containers for drinking and cooking is an easy alternative to buying bottled water. But we know many of you are going to go into the grocery stores and you're going to get bottled water anyway. Additionally, preparations are underway at the Orange County landfill and transfer stations, and any changes to operating hours or curbside collections due to unsafe conditions will be communicated to residents. At this point, our operations will continue as planned. Today at noon, let me back up here. Okay, in terms of the courts, we have been advised by the Chief Judge for the 9th Judicial Circuit that at this point, officials plan to have normal court operations tomorrow. They will continue to monitor the storm to address any potential closure of the courts on Wednesday. Orange County government will continue to remain open for business tomorrow. We'll do an assessment later in the day. Also, other county operations will continue, and our emergency manager, Division Chief Laura Lee Avery, will give you an update from our emergency concerning our emergency operations. So, Chief Avery.
Thank you, Mayor. So first, I would just want to thank all of our news media for being here, because we could not get the information out to our communities without you. So thank you for being here today. So today is the day everyone should be prepared. If they haven't prepared yet, they need to work on getting their family plans in place. Where are they going to go if they do lose power? Are they power dependent? If they are power dependent and they have not signed up for our special needs registry yet, they can do so by calling 311, as the mayor mentioned. But we want to know that ahead of the storm, in case we do see severe impacts here, that we can make sure that these people are taken care of. Orange County Office of Emergency Management plans year-round for this situation. And what we're asking now is that our communities make sure that they prepare so that they are in a good place in case we are feeling the impacts. Food, water, deciding if they're able to stay in their residence, if there's, high winds or high impacts, that decision should be known now. Mobile home parks, our fire rescue will be out canvassing. I know they're out at our assisted living facilities today, checking on their emergency power plans and all of the generators to make sure that they are operational. And then tomorrow they'll be out canvassing the mobile home parks to make sure that all of our community members are aware of where our shelters are located. So we will not turn anyone away at any shelter. As the mayor said, our plan is to open 4 of them tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And every one of our shelters are pet friendly. So we will not turn anybody away. If there's a need for someone to evacuate or leave their home due to if the storm increases and we know they've got to get to a safer location, they need to look up one of those locations and make sure that they bring everything they need with them to support them. So if they're bringing a pet, they need to bring everything that pet needs so that we can help them with their pet needs at the shelter. So safety messages, the ocfl.net/storm. We have several videos located there specifically about the shelter kit, what you need to bring with you, the generator safety, and many, many other great topics. So again, ocfl.net/storm for all safety messaging. And with that, I'll turn it over to Sheriff Canty.
Thank you, Chief Avery. Thank you, Mayor Demings. I want to assure our community here that the Orange County Sheriff's Office is ready and prepared for the tropical storm Idalia. Our staff has been working diligently to make sure that we have all of our equipment ready, all of our personnel are ready. So we're going to look at some things later today and tomorrow as far as if we're going to activate our agency's emergency operations centers, but make no mistake, our agency is ready. Our top priority to this community is to keep our residents and our visitors safe. So our deputies and other staff are going to be out there to make sure that happens. What I will caution the community, though, is listen to your leadership. Listen to what they're telling you. And even though it may not be a direct hit, it can still be a serious storm, and it can take the path can deviate at the last minute. So use today and tomorrow to make sure that you've made all the preparations that you need to make. Make sure you have water, make sure you have an evacuation plan. If you have elderly or sick family members, check on them now to make sure that they know what they're going to do in case of emergency. Our staff will be out no matter what. We typically stop responding after the winds hit a certain point, but we're there if you need us. I would suggest that if you have a problem that's hurricane related, 311 is a great resource, but 911 and our non-emergency numbers are always available to you. So I'll leave you with this. Just make sure you're ready and know that your sheriff's office is ready for the storm. And now I'll turn it over to Scott Howard from the Orange County Public Schools.
Thank you, Under Sheriff Canty. Orange County Public Schools leadership continues to monitor the storm and track Tropical Storm Idalia. Based on our current forecast, we're planning on schools being opened tomorrow, Tuesday, August 29th. Any decision on the cancellation of after-school activities for tomorrow or cancellation of school on Wednesday will be determined later this evening or tomorrow morning. The primary decision point for any potential closure for us is if the tropical storm force wind sustained exceeds 35 miles an hour. We would not be able to put school buses on the road if that were the case, and so we would have to cancel school because of that. So we're continuing to monitor those wind speeds and look to see what those projections are. We're continuing to strongly encourage our employees and our families to prepare for the possible impacts of the storm. Our schools and district work locations are prepping right now for the possibility of those impacts. And we want to remind our families, our employees, and our residents to continue to check our website at ocps.net for updates. You can also follow Orange County Public Schools on social media for the latest information regarding the storm. We will be sending later this afternoon information via voice, email, and text to our employees and families with this information and any other important information that they need. We appreciate everyone's patience as we work to determine what we need to do in the best interest of the safety of our students and our employees. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Turn it over to Dr. Karsh.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Robert Karch. I'm the director of the Florida Department of Health here in Orange County. The Florida Department of Health stands ready to activate 2 special needs shelters, and as Mayor Demings mentioned, these will be at the Silver Star Orlando Magic Recreation Center at 2801 north of Popka Vineland Road, and the second site will be at the Goldenrod Orlando Magic Recreation Center at 4863 North Goldenrod Road in Winter Park. Just as a reminder, these shelters are for people with special health care needs, electricity dependence, oxygen dependence, memory impaired. We remind everybody who's coming to the special needs shelter, caregivers are welcome. If you have a caregiver, they are certainly welcome to come. Bring medication identification cards, any kind of special equipment that you need. Please be certain to bring that. Change of clothing, personal hygiene items as well, mobile phone chargers if needed. As Chief Avery said, the special needs shelters are pet friendly, so we welcome pets as well. We train for this at the Department of Health year-round for emergencies just like this, so we are absolutely ready to protect Orange County's most vulnerable. I will say one other thing. We are expecting heavy rains. I would just encourage the public, remind the public not to drive through roadways that are flooded. That's very dangerous. Okay, Mayor?
All right, thank you, Dr. Karsh. One other thing that we didn't talk about, our fire department has been out today visiting the assisted living facilities, over 100 of those within our county, making certain that they have reviewed their emergency plans and that everything is in order with them. In addition, tomorrow, the fire department will be visiting our various mobile home parks and working with those communities to make certain that they are as prepared as they possibly can be. Again, we know that this storm is strengthening. Its track could change, and so we are making certain that we're prepared either way. With that, I'm going to open it up for questions at this time. If there is a Spanish-speaking media, we'll do some translation for that. With that, we'll go to the first question.
Mayor, thank you. Greg Fox, West 2 News. My question is, even though winds may only get to be about 35 miles an hour, how important is it for people to pick up things that are around their properties and their homes so they're not flying around through the air?
Well, we do ask people to prepare for the storm at 25 to 35 mile per hour sustained winds. That's still pretty significant. We want our community to be overall safe, so we're asking people any of those types of items to put indoors, to tie it down so that it doesn't become a problem for someone else. In addition, we've been told by the National Weather Service that we could see gusts up to 55 miles per hour, and that would be fairly significant. But sustained winds, you're correct, we're estimating between 25 and 35 miles per hour at this time. Also, what we have been told is that in terms of the peak period of time that we should estimate the significant wind and rain would be from late afternoon or evening tomorrow going into the early morning hours of Wednesday morning. So that's a period of time where we still do have some time to make adjustments to make sure that everyone's household is prepared. Okay, other questions?
Oh, hi. Felicia Ashley from Channel 9. For homes that may have been previously damaged from the hurricanes last year, has there been any prep right now if the storm were to hit so that they're not damaged further?
Well, you know, all of us as property owners have some responsibility to make certain that your property is secured. We have worked diligently through our communications team since last year to make certain that we have continued to communicate with our residents about what they can do to make their homes as safe as possible. Of course, there have been a number of different developments related to homeowners insurance with the FEMA assistance that has been made available within this community. And so we've had ongoing campaigns to communicate to our residents what they should be doing to protect their homes. So this is a good opportunity if you have not secured your home to do so. And I do see a number of our residents helping each other. That's one thing about our community. When the going gets tough, we all kind of come together. So this is what we're doing at this point. Okay. Other questions? All right. All right. Thank you all for joining us today. We'll be available for any one-on-ones with the group here. More than likely tomorrow afternoon, we'll come back with another update. We'll have the latest information at that time. The closer it gets to the time that the storm is supposed to arrive or impact Floridians, the more we'll know about it, the more adjustments that we can make. Again, thank you for being here.